Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of my magic tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you a beautiful card rising effect. A spectator chooses a card freely from a deck of cards and that very card rises up from the deck. But the method that I'm going to use and show you today is a very old method. It is so old that nobody in this new generation knows about it. So stick with me, don't skip the video. Hello everybody, I'm Kaushik Biswas and you are watching my channel Kaushik Biswas Magic. As I have always said that if you like my magic, if you like my tutorials, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and write in the comments how much you enjoyed watching this tutorial. Also, don't forget to strike the bell icon for new upload notifications. Haven't you subscribed yet? Oh, please subscribe my channel and support me. Without much ado, let me perform this trick for you first and then I'll show you how to do it. So this is how it looks from the audience perspective. You take out a deck of cards. In fact, you can perform this with any borrowed deck. I'll tell you in a moment what kind of deck is best for this type of magic, for this trick. Now, this deck can be shuffled by the spectators as much as they want to, and then one card is selected. It is a free choice. Let us say that this is the card the spectators have chosen. In this case, the Queen of Clubs. And after the card has been chosen, now you give the deck a few cuts and then you say that it is impossible for me to know where the card is. In fact, nobody in the world can say for sure where the card is, where the selected card is. But if you think that I'm going to look for your card in this deck, then you are wrong. Because what I'm showing you is a streamlined modern magic. So saying, what you do, you just hold the cards in your hand like so, and then you ask the selected card to rise up, and watch very closely. One card is rising up from the deck and it is the selected Queen of Clubs, and you take it out and show that indeed that is the very card they chose. In fact, if they want, they can sign their name on the face of this card. And the best part is, if somebody knows some simple ways of using a finger to make a card rise from a deck, they are wrong, because they can see all the fingers are holding the deck. They could see all the fingers. So let us see how this is possible. I hope you enjoyed the effect, and believe me, I have performed this several times in front of live audience, and everybody was amazed by seeing this. Even magicians of modern days who have never heard about this principle, they were surprised. I know I have seen them watching my fingers, but they could not see any of the fingers. I'm using them to make the card rise. So this principle is really very cool, and I've been using it several times. You can use it too, and it is extremely easy. First of all, a deck is required. Preferably, even as I told you before, you can perform this even with a borrowed deck of cards, but something very special is required about this deck. What is it? Very simple. The deck should be a new deck, not a moist, very old, broken cards, that type of deck, dog-eared deck, that is the right word. I think that is the right word, dog-eared deck. Yeah, that is not going to work in this card raising mechanism. So I'm using a pretty good deck, though it is not a new deck, but it is in a new deck condition. That means there is some stiffness in the cards. That is very important. Now, the first part is the controlling of the card. Now, I have taught many ways of controlling a selected card to the top of the deck. If you already know some methods, you can use that. But I'm going to show you a very simple method for the completion of this video. So any card is chosen. Let us say that the spectators chose this card here, 4 of diamonds. And when the card has been noticed by the spectators, you put it back, but you maintain a break under the 4 of diamonds. As you can see, there is a break. Break means a gap. So this is 4 of diamonds, and I maintained a break. And then I cut about half of the cards from below, like so. Now this is an exposed view. I'm showing from the other side. So I hold the break in my other hand, like so, and take about 50% of the bottom half and put them on top. Take all the cards from the bottom under the break and put them on top. As a result, what happens? The selected card is now at the bottom, and then I take a break above the selected card. So here is another break, and this is the selected card. And then I take a few cards from the top, put these cards, see there is a break here, on top here, as you can see the break, and then take all the cards above the break and put them at the bottom. As a result, what happens? The card is now at the top of the face down deck. One more time I'm showing you. Any card is chosen, let's say this one, the Jack of diamonds, and you put it here. Now there is a break under the Jack of diamonds. I take about half of the bottom cards and put them on top. Remaining cards under the break, and it goes to the top. Now from the audience viewpoint, you are cutting the cards, and it is impossible for anybody to know where the card is, but the card is always under your control. Now here, with the little finger, I pull down the bottom card to make a break. Take a few cards from the top, put these cards on top, and drop this card, this selected card on top, and take all the cards above the break and put them at the bottom. Now the card is at the top, the Jack of diamonds. So this is how I control, but if you know a better way or easier method, you can use that. Now, the mechanism for making the card rise, that is very, very important. It is a little bit angle type of magic. That means you should be very much conscious about angle. The spectators can very much on the front about 160 degrees, not 180 degrees. So the audience can be there, not at the back, not at the sides. The reason for this is the card is rising from the back, not from the middle, as the spectators are thinking. Now, how to make the card rise? Here, I'll just make a break above the bottom card now. Top card. It is the top card when it is facing down. So, here's the break. You can see there is a break. And I put it here, like so, and fold it. This is an exposed view, and hold it like so. So you can see this is the exact situation. From here you can see that the card is folded. Now, because of the pressure of my fingers, it is not rising. But if you release the pressure, you will see that the card is slowly rising up. But don't make it rise too high. When it has risen up to this, when the index is clear of the deck, You just take this card, bend it a little bit and pull it out quickly. So this is the situation. I'm showing you once again. It is very difficult to show very slowly. So one card is selected, let's say here, 8 of clubs. I put it back. Now I control this 8 of clubs to the top, like so. Now the 8 of clubs is at the bottom. And now I'll take it to the top, like this. And 8 of clubs is now at the top. Now what I'm doing, I'm just making a fold. Don't fold it, but bend it. So here it is like so. Make sure the spectators are looking from the bottom, not from the top. And I'm giving a command to rise, and the card will rise. It seems that the card is rising from the middle of the deck when it has come out so much. See, if it is too high, then this mistake is going to take. Spectators will be able to understand that the card is rising from the back and the card is bent. So it is a good idea to make it stop rise when it has cleared the index and the spectators can see that it is indeed their selected card. Take this card, bend it a little bit forward so that there is no bend in the card, and immediately show that it is their selected card. Give it a try. It is very easy to do, but you have to be very much careful about the angle. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Give it a try. Make people laugh and happy with your magic. Stay happy, live healthy, and stay with my channel. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.